You guys, hi! So, guess what? Today is the last day of our story of Davy Duck. So, we are going to find out, did Davy Duck's family and other ducks make it to South? Did they find any trouble? Did something happen to them? Did they lose their bags? All was God on their side, keeping them and taking them safe. I'm excited. I'm excited to tell you how the story ended. But remember, duck reads d, 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 like Mr. Doggy Doggy. Hi, Mr. Dog. Are you fine? Are you excited to find out what happened? Okay, let's go and find out. Yesterday, we heard about Davy Duck talking with Daddy Duck. Davy Duck and Daddy Duck were working together to board up the dog house. Davy Duck found out that all the ducks were going to fly south to a pond in Texas. Today was the day that Davy Duck and all the other ducks, Mommy Duck and Daddy Duck, were moving south. Davy Duck woke up from his sleep and he was very excited. When he woke up, he heard such great noise outside. The ducks on Duck's Back Pond were excited. There were mommy ducks, there were ducklings, there were baby ducklings, little ducklings, there were daddies. Everyone was very excited. The mommy ducks were checking to see that all their little ducklings had their extra raincoats too. Mommy Duck was teaching Davy Duck to spread special duck oil all over his feathers with his duck bill. If you are careful to do a good job, Davy Duck, quacked Baby Duck, you will not get wet. Then Mommy Duck helped Davy Duck strap his red dotted bag between his wings. Davy Duck quacked, I have my drum in front. I have my dotted bag in the back. Davy Duck looked all around the dock at all the other ducks getting ready to go. Look, Mommy Duck, Davy Duck pointed and laughed. All the ducks are wearing dotted bags. Yes, said Mommy Duck, and each duck family wears their own special color of dots too. That way, Daddy Duck can put each little duck with the right family. Daddy Duck will not let any little ducks get lost. Daddy Duck is a good leader for Duck Moving Day. At last, Daddy Duck and all the ducks were in order. The ducks would fly close together. Davy Duck, quacked Daddy Duck, give us a loud drum on your drum. And Davy Duck drummed loudly. Drum, drum. All the ducks looked at Daddy Duck. We are ready to take off after we have a prayer, quacked Daddy Duck. Flap your wings in time to Davy Duck's drum. There will be no danger if we stay together and follow the leader. Daddy Duck prayed for a safe trip, and then, in time with the drum beats, they all flapped their wings. Up into the sky they flew. The ducks quacked to each other as they flew. Quack, 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 quack. Sometimes the ducks even sang duck songs. Quack, 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 quack. The ducks flew over hills and fields. The ducks flew over towns and country. Davy Duck felt that flying was wonderful. Davy Duck saw many lakes and ponds. Ice was starting to cover the water down below. Davy Duck was glad he was flying to Texas. It would be warm on the pond in Texas. Suddenly, Davy Duck saw lightning flash in the clouds. The sky was getting dark. They were flying near a storm in the sky, and ducks don't like thunderstorms. Daddy Duck saw the lightning flash too. Drum faster on your drum, Davy Duck, shouted Daddy Duck. The ducks must not slow down. We must fly faster and faster to get past the thunderstorm. The ducks were glad they had on their duck oil, their raincoats, because ducks still don't like being soaked during thunderstorms. Soon, Daddy Duck and Davy Duck had led the ducks safely away from the lightning and thunder. Davy Duck looked down through the clouds. Suddenly, Davy Duck saw a duck in trouble. Davy Duck could see trouble below. Daddy Duck, look down below! Quack, quack! Quacked Davy Duck excitedly. Down below, they could see a poor duck. He was stuck in the ice. The pond water was frozen into ice. Quack, quack, called the duck. Quack, 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 I made a mistake. Quack, help, I'm cold. Quack, quack. Davy Duck, it looks like that duck made a wrong decision, said Daddy Duck, shaking his head sadly. He must have decided not to fly south for the winter with all the other ducks. It's always a good idea to do what God wants us to do. Daddy Duck came to the rescue. Davy Duck, drum on your drum again, please. Send for Mr. Doodles. Mr. Doodle Duck is always helping other ducks. Dr. Doodle Duck may be able to help this poor cold duck. So Dr. Doodle Duck used his doctor drill to chip away the ice. He used his feather dryer to melt the ice on the poor duck's wing. Soon, Dr. Doodle Duck had saved the duck from the frozen pond. As the cold duck flew up to the rest of the ducks, he called, "Quack, quack, you saved my life. Quack, quack, thank you." He had learned a lesson. He had learned that a duck should always follow God's plan for ducks. The ducks flew down to have dinner. The mother ducks had brought delicious duck dinners. It was like a great big picnic. "I never did taste such delicious food, Mommy Duck," quacked Daddy Duck. "Your delicious meals are the best, Mommy Duck," quacked Davy Duck after he swallowed his food. Now, Davy Duck never talked with his bill full. Soon, the ducks were off again, flying south to a warmer home. The sun was going down and it was getting dark. Daddy Duck looked down and saw a motel pond where they could spend the night because the ducks were tired and ready to stop for the night. They saw a few ducks already sleeping there in the pond below. It looked like just a spot to sleep. Then suddenly, Daddy Duck quacked loudly. "Danger, ducks! Play your drum, Davy Duck! We must get away quickly! Those are not ducks sleeping. Those are decoys. Decoys are wooden ducks that hunters use to make us think they are real ducks. Where there are duck decoys, there are usually duck hunters trying to shoot real ducks. These duck hunters will not shoot us. Up, and away." Davy Duck drummed out the duck danger signal. Drum, 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 drum. Davy Duck drummed and drummed. The ducks all listened. The ducks quickly obeyed the danger signal from Davy Duck's drum. They knew that there was something wrong, and if they did not obey, they were going to be in trouble. The ducks flew faster, faster, faster. The ducks flew even higher. The ducks were soon far from the danger of the hunters' guns. The ducks were so happy they had listened. Davy Duck was doing his job well. Drum, diddy, drum, drum, diddy. Davy Duck understood now how very exciting moving day could be. Davy Duck was very glad he had decided to fly south after all. Wow, what a beautiful story that reminds us that God's plan is the best. So, children, I know that it's a very, very, very sad time sometimes because we can't come to school. But remember that God has special plans for us. So, even while we are at home now, let us enjoy ourselves. Let's do our pace work. Let's listen to our mummies and our daddies. Let us continue to thank God for this season, and very soon it will be time for us to come back to school. So, from me and Mr. Doggy, from me and Mr. Doggy, remember duck reads d, 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 like dog, like door, like dress. Those all have the d, d sound. So till next week when we learn the new sound for the week. Bye children. God bless you.